This bad boy. Just got this thing for free, and we're gonna get driving her. That's right. Actually, we're not gonna be driving this.
I was hoping to try to at least play.
We're not gonna be driving that today. We're gonna be leaving. Somehow. I think you gotta go to this.
Welcome to your office, boss. Executive assistant. I'm here to make life as easy as possible and to help this business run efficiently. The recreational area / breakout space, going through to the executive suite. We're all set up to grow this company with everything a modern executive could want. There's the boardroom. The panels are easily swapped, so you can install a gun locker or a safe whenever you want to. It's possible to knock through here and add some personal quarters, somewhere to lie down, take
What
some
up, bub?
time. Look at the Dynasty 8 site for details. Most important of all, though, is your executive terminal. Here's where you'll access the SecuroServe special cargo network to take this operation to another level. I'll tell you all about it when you first...
Hello, bub.
need me.
Bye-bye.
Boss, there's an update on SecuroServe.
I don't care.
They moved it to vehicle cargo. Log into the terminal and I'll talk you through it.
Or how do I leave? Exit. I forgot how to do this. Crap. Alright, so how do you... I don't know how do you get... I don't know how you... How do you service terabyte? I'm trying to get the...
Oh my god!
Service vehicles. No, service.
King, what are you looking for?
I'm trying to figure out how to
go to Terabyte,
Yeah?
and then go to Oppressor Mark II.
I'm looking for the normal one.
You gotta call your mechanic probably because it's in the garage.
What?
You're gonna have to call your mechanic because it's in a garage.
Alright, so I go to text Pegasus, right?
No, call your mechanic.
I don't know who my mechanic is.
Pick up your phone.
I'm on my phone.
Okay, go to mechanic. It says mechanic.
Oh, you got a contacts. I got it.
Alright. I don't know what garage you have in here.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Vinewood Clubhouse. There's the Oppressor Mark II, but I don't know where the normal. There it is.
It's on the way.
Thank you, sir. Where they at? Crap. I've already failed.
Oh no.
Crap. That didn't work. Shoot.
How many people have before?
I died. Yay!
No fucking what? Ah!
yeah. Not my bike! No! Dang it, bro. My bike just got yeeted. Crap.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round. Okay, I got stuff to do.
No way I just did that. No.
Shut up, Michael.
I just wall rided.
I don't care. You're being way too loud.
Crap, I failed. Oh, easy bait. Easy win.
This is Rec Room. Take a look at what the speedrunner's typing in the chat. Rec Room is a hit free-to-play game that cross-plays on iPhone, iPad, Android, PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and VR. Wait, this sounds pretty cool. You can party up with friends from all...
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. I've got my boba tea here. Enjoying that. And I'm just hanging out with Lucas. What's up, Lucas? How you doing, man? So what do you... So you have a... quite the smorgasbord for us today. What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. Hey, today,
Easy.
everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, it is that time of year because it is time for my entire Balisong collection. So you can see I've got a Valio right now, and in this Pelican case, which is the new Pelican case that I got to store my collection, we have the whole freaking thing. So this is basically every knife that I currently own, and this is knives that I own and not like loaners or anything like that, so these are all mine.
Bye, bike.
I have two Valios, which is always fun, but what I wanted to
I forgot how much guns I have.
It's going to be a
Golly dang.
every single knife in this case. It's going to be kind of long, but I think there's some interesting stuff in here, so we're going to talk about all of it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all the knives that I have, tell you about them, tell you what's up. This is not a replacement for the collection video that's going to be going up on the main channel. That will be happening. I'm currently working on it right now. We're shooting it. I'm writing it. It's going to be a really big video, but I won't be able to talk about every single knife I own in that video because I own so many now that it would be impossible for us to produce, you know, that high quality of a video about this many knives and every single one being in there without it being like 2 hours long. You know what I mean? So we're not going to do that. We're going to be a little more reasonable. And instead, I decided I would use the second channel to talk about the full collection and really let us dive in there in a way that I don't have to, you know, sit there and we need to get B-roll for every single knife that we talk about in the collection video. We need to, you know, record a whole thing, do so much stuff, so much editing. Oh my god, it takes a really long time to produce those videos. And so, something like this, I can just tell you about every one of my knives, and then that's that. There's no, like, editing or anything like that, so much easier. Anyways, so I've got a couple Valios. These are, well, they're fine. they're not good, but they're fine. They're very, very plastic, and you know what? That's okay sometimes. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Before we jump into the actual knives here, though, I did want to mention a lot of people have asked about the bags that I have sometimes. So I have this one from Home Design, which I normally keep some knives in here, but I took everything out to put in the case. But this is one of my bags from Home Design. This is from Jerry Home. Awesome dude. I highly suggest getting one of these bags. It carries 8 of your Balisongs, so if you have a small collection, this is a fantastic option, and it keeps them nice and safe and very protected, so that's great. And then this guy is actually my belt pack. So you may have seen an orange version of this. I recently switched it for this black one that's going to be a little bit bigger and have a little more space for my stuff. But this is actually what I kind of daily wear, so I have a little carry thing, and it's got this belt clip, and so I can attach it to my hip, and that's how I carry around like the camera that we're using, and also I have like my headphones in here and all sorts of stuff. So this is just like a little EDC pack that I have. Anyways, moving on, let's jump in to this, right? So first up is going to be on this side. It's going to be my Squid Industries Triton. This is the Triton V1.
Get through to your garage.
I don't like it. It's not great.
I'll get back to it.
The Triton V1 was never something I was a fan of. As you can hear, it's
Run.
Pelican. It's not a super high quality knife. It's not a super impressive knife, and I personally don't even really like how it flips that much. So it's fine. Moving on from there, we have the Glider Original. So this is actually the original V1. This is the first thing Glider released like to the public, and this is in the cotton candy form factor. And actually, I don't really own this one. I've been borrowing it for an extended period of time from one of my friends because I plan on reviewing it, but we've got so many knives that I need to get to review that it's kind of been on the back burner. I'm hoping to get to maybe, instead of reviewing this specific one, get like the newest version of this and then review that and maybe compare it to this original one. But yeah, either way, this one is actually pretty stinking good. You know, it's very slippery, there's not a lot of grip on it, but it was a pretty original idea at the time. You know, it takes inspiration from stuff like the Squid Trainer, but it is not at all a one-to-one copy in any way. Like, they did a bunch of custom stuff inside of the channels, and, you know, just have a lot of differentiation between Squid and them. So I gotta say, I really did. I like this, and I like what Wires can do since then. Next up, we have this abomination. This is something that was gifted to me by Sergal in the community for Christmas, and I hate it. It's terrible. This is from Baron Sons, and it's just atrocious. I mean, it doesn't even move. Like, you can see, it sticks so badly that it's just like frozen in place, and it just is. Oh, it's so bad. And then the handles are made of, I think, zinc. Like, I'm pretty sure it's something like zinc. And so if you drop this onto concrete, the handles will just straight up shatter. Also, it's put together with pins, so it's completely unadjustable. And so this tightness that it came in, where it's basically unusable, that's just how tight it is. So yeah, this is atrocious, and I hate it. Thank you very much for the present, Sergal. Next up is two very atrocious knives that are on a similar level, ironically, to the Baron Sons, but they were much cheaper. The Baron Sons is actually has some kind of a price tag behind it. This costs like $1 at a thrift store, and these two Balisongs, which are just both absolutely terrible, are the first Balisongs I ever bought. So this is actually what got me started doing Balisong stuff at all. So you are seeing my history right here. These are just, they're not good. They're really bad. I mean, do you want to do a play check real quick? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Oh, and they slap super bad. Yeah, they are. They're not good in any sense of the word. They are not. But they are things that I love dearly because they are very, very precious to me because they've existed for a long time. So I'm going to move this over here because we're going to need all the space we can get to put all the knives down onto my couch. Alright, next up is this bad boy. This is the BB Firefly from BB Barfly. I have the black and gold one, and I really like this thing. I'm currently working on a review of it. It's actually Brandon that's kind of leading the charge with that review, because he's actually the one that reached out to BB Barfly and wanted to review this thing. And so we are currently in the works of reviewing it, but my quick review right now is that it's pretty damn good. It's a little slippery, and it's very big and weird, just like the rest of the BB Barfly stuff, but it's pretty damn solid, so pretty neat. Next up, we have my Squid Trainer V2.5. Whoopsie, hey now. The Squid Trainer V2.5 is a very fun knife. It's super duper nice. I really enjoy it, and this is actually one of the first real Balisongs I bought with my own money. So I bought this back at Blade Show, I think in 2018 maybe, 2017, something like that.
Yeah.
Basically right after.
I don't really have time to look right now.
It broke.
What, did your butterfly
It
knife?
was one of those things where I walked
How?
up to the table.
I was flipping it and it broke.
You know, I went up and I
Hey, now you can show me what a butterfly knife is made out
Oh
of.
yeah, I can. Look at this.
I was so impressed with the fact that it
That's a washer.
That's a
Oh.
bearing.
it did, but it doesn't run on
Frick, where'd my
bushings.
bike
I
go?
was like, does this run on bushings? He was like, no, it's just washers. I was
This is
like,
the pivot.
holy crap, for that money, I need that. So,
Like,
yeah, and it's still really easy to tune.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try to fix it.
The way that washers work is essentially you tune it until it doesn't move, and then you just loosen it bit by bit until you find that perfect spot where it swings like that. And so you just tighten it a little bit at a time, and then just loosen it just a hair until you find the point at which it swings freely. And then once you do that, you have tuned your washer knife, and you will find that it's very surprising the kind of play you can get out of this. As you can see, there's almost no play.
Alright.
And it was very easy for me to tune that, and as you can see, there's absolutely no tap, and that is just washers. So a lot of people kind of shit on, you know, washer-only knives, but the truth is that, you know, a lot of people are kind of spoiled nowadays from the bushings, and just because something has bushings doesn't mean that it's really good. The truth is that a washer-only knife can be very good. It's just, you know, how it's built that really changes that. All right, next up we have my Max Ace Scorpion Trainer. Oh no, it ran away. Oh golly. So this is the Scorpion Trainer. Sorry, I need a drink of water. This is gonna be a long video. So the Scorpion Trainer here is pretty cool. The Max Ace Scorpion was never the most popular knife, especially because it was priced relatively high for what it was, and what it is a really tiny knife with just straight slab titanium, and that is it. Like, there's nothing going on there other than that. But I will admit, it's a very fun knife to flip, and I was actually kind of enamored with it when I got it way back in the day. I got it from the guy who went on to be Turbo Jackalope, that you might know on Instagram. You know, he makes a lot of knives now, but back in the day he was just a modder, and I bought this from him. And then eventually I sold my Max Ace Scorpion, and then I missed it, and so when he found another one, Casey, he was like, hey man, do you want this? And I was like, yes, absolutely, I would love to have another Scorpion in my collection. And so he sent me this. And the rest is history. I'm very, very happy to own it. It's a really fun little toy, essentially. You know, it's not like a hardcore flipper or anything like that. It's really mostly sentimental to me, but I do really enjoy it for what it is, and it's a lot of fun to flip. Next up, we have the Mako V4. So Mako, the Mako V4 is a very, very, very cool shark knife. You got the shark going on. We are actually working on the review for this thing. You know, we released the Triton V2 review, and then the review for this one is actually coming very soon after the full-on collection video for 2022 comes out. So basically right after that video comes out, we will be uploading the Mako V4 video, which of course you can get early access to these videos on Patreon, because I always upload the videos beforehand so that patrons can go and look at it and comment on it beforehand. But yeah, we're going to be releasing the Mako V4 review very soon. And spoiler alert, I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. It reminds me a lot of my Squid Trainer V2.5, but honestly is slightly more refined. There's been a lot of kind of back and forth in the community about the gills and whether or not they're a good design and whether or not they, you know, defeat the structural integrity of the knife. And I can tell you that we do, in fact, talk about that in the review.
I can't even order a freaking thing now.
In the review, I do physically attempt to break the knife, and a spoiler alert, I still have it with me right here, and it didn't bend at all, so obviously we failed to break the knife in the video, but we did legitimately try, I promise. We test in the review whether or not, you know, this thing is actually going to break if you drop it, or if you like try to bend it or anything like that, and we could not get that to happen. So just want people to know that we did test. You know, we wanted to make sure that was a real possibility that we tested, and we did. So that'll be in the review. Next up, we have my Flytanium Lucha. This boy is always a lot of fun. I really do enjoy the Flytanium Lucha for what it is. You know, it's a very, very cool knife, a very, very fun knife. It's huge, obviously, which is kind of great. Like, I do like me a big boy knife, and I also, of course, very much like a knife in orange. These handles are the original handles, and then Flytanium actually recently updated the handles, and the updated handles are really, really nice. I don't have a pair myself, but they have jimping on the sides and just overall improved a lot about like the fit and finish and stuff like that. So I highly suggest these as a mod for the Kershaw Lucha, because it's really freaking sick with them. Like, it feels very nice to flip, and it looks very nice while you're flipping it. So it's a pretty stinking sweet mod. Next up, we have my Machine Wise. This guy is such an awesome piece of history. This is the Delta 50 from Machine Wise, and it is a chonker for sure. Like, I mean, you can just see how freaking fat this thing is. It is a big boy knife, and this is when Machine Wise was first getting into the Balisong community. So it is a weird knife, but at the same time, it's also a really good flipper, weirdly. Like, this thing is so much fun to flip, and I don't know why, and I don't know how it's so good at flipping, but it really is. It is legitimately just a very, very good flipper, and I adore it. So yeah, the Machine Wise Delta 50, very strange one, very weird one, but one that I happen to enjoy a lot, actually. All right. Oh man, I'm kind of getting sore just from standing in the same position for so long. Weird. All right, next up we have the Glider Arctic. So this is a wonderful orange Glider Arctic that Glider so kindly sent me for review. So I'm currently working on reviewing this thing. And spoiler alert, I really like it. I made a video about it when I first got it, and as you can see, it really takes us a long time to get through our knives to review. We have so many knives in terms of my own collection, but also knives that people send us like this. And I actually, at the end of this video, once we go through the entire collection, I'm actually going to show you the pile that I have over there that includes all of the knives that are not part of my collection, but they're ones that I have just sitting there waiting to be reviewed. So this is just to show you how kind of backed up we are in terms of, like, we do our best to get videos out as often as possible, but it really does take a while for us to make one review. It's a lot of work. But yeah, this thing is very cool. I really, really like the design. I really, really like how original it is. It really feels great to flip. You know, it's running on bushings, which is very cool, and the bushings work fantastically, so this thing feels great to flip. And the custom hardware is just so cool. Like, Glider Co. has been known for their style for a long time, and I really like the custom hardware. The custom hardware says Glider T10 FT6-32, which is all of the information about the screws. So if you were to lose the screw, you could get a T10 6-32 type screw and replace it if you wanted to. Also written on the bite side of the blade is 440C hardened and then bushings, which is super cool, right? Like, they've written the specs on the knife in a way that's, like, kind of subtle, but also weirdly useful. So if you ever forget, you know, you can remember that way. And yeah, I just think the Glider Arctic is a very, very cool knife, and I wish Glider luck in terms of their production process, because they've had a lot of issues. Obviously, their drops are kind of few and far between, and a big reason behind that is that they're in Australia, and Australia's had really big issues with COVID and COVID lockdowns, and so Australia locking down and, like, stopping shipments from going in and out of the country and all sorts of stuff like that has caused a lot of problems for Glider in terms of their production abilities. So I wish them luck in the future to be able to really pump these things out. They are fantastic. All right, next up I have a oldie but goodie, well, oldie kinda. This is the Spix Terra trainer. This thing is pretty dope. It's way better than the Triton, which is the thing it was directly competing with. As you can see, they both look very similar. But the Spixco Terra was made with bushings, and so had way better tolerances than the Triton. Way better tolerances, way better fit and finish. And honestly, I like the balance of the Terra a lot better than the original Triton. But there's multiple problems with this thing. First of all, Spixco disappeared. A relatively long time ago now. Spix actually got into a car accident and just disappeared off of the internet, like just gone. And so not too long ago now, his sister actually posted on Reddit and was like, hey, Spix was in a terrible accident, and, like, all this stuff happened, so just, you know, support him with your thoughts and stuff like that. And that's all we've heard. So we genuinely don't know what happened to Spix. But Spix has basically vanished off the face of the Balisong community, which is very sad, because he was making really, really cool trainers and really, really good products. So I really hope that he is okay, but at this time, we genuinely don't know what's going on with Spix. So just a PSA so people are aware, there is something that happened with Spix, and we're really not sure what it was, but he was in some kind of accident, and potentially got
usual operators are on call right now. Please.
So that's the Spix Go Terra. A bit of a heavy one, but a great flipper nonetheless. Here,
Bob!
a wonderful little Squiddy. This is the Squiddy that I built in the Build a Squiddy video that I released just the other day. So if you guys watch that, this is the actual one that I built, and you can see it's got my logo right there on the actual Squiddy, and I think that is so freaking cool. So yeah, you can actually get custom laser engraving on your product, and Squid will just like put it on there for you, which is pretty cool. You just have to turn on, there's like a little check mark when you check out that says, yes, I want custom laser engraving. So you can get like your name on it or a logo or whatever, but I had them do my logo on this Squiddy, and man, it feels so cool to have. So yeah, this one is kind of special to me because, you know, I literally built it myself. I put in all the pins, I put in all the work, and so it holds a special place in my heart for that exact reason. So I'm really, really proud of this thing, and yeah, it's just going to be something that stays in my collection forever, for sure, just being such a cool item that I own. Just very, very happy with it. Okay, now, move on to the more expensive side. So this side has more of the, I put all the trainers and stuff on this side, and then this side has the actual live blades, and then in the middle, I have this wonderful little favorites, and so I can change out, you know, which one of my favorites I decide to put here, where you can see them. By the way, I built this custom case foam on mycasebuilder.com. I'm going to be releasing a tutorial soon-ish on this channel where I talk about how to make your own custom foam on mycasebuilder.com. So you can see right now I've got I built it out so it's got this top part that lifts out, and then I actually have a bottom part in here where I can put things like I keep some of my stickers in there right now, and I've got like the Glider Co. little handle markers in that pocket, but there's just different pockets. I've got some oil there, and then finally there's these straps, and these straps are pretty cool because they actually allow me to convert this Pelican case, which is
what are you doing?
Into a backpack. So these are like backpack straps that go onto the Pelican case and turn it into a backpack, which is going to be very useful while we're shooting the main collection video, because we go to places where you cannot roll this. Like, the wheels on this are super cool and super nice, but when we're going through the mountains, they're not very useful. So, you know. Anyways, moving right along, we get to this bad boy right here. This is a Matrix 2, or an MTRX2 from OSP, or what is it, One Stop Productions? I don't know. No. One Stop Performance? It's something performance. Whatever. It's from OSP. This is the MTRX2, and originally, if you've seen anything about this from me, you would know that this has the worst tolerances when I first got it. It was so bad, like, oh my god, it was unusable because the tolerances were so bad. It had almost as bad of tolerances as, like, this thing, right? Like, it was all over the place in terms of the handle play, and it had so much blade rub, you know, when you were flipping it, because anytime the blade would come in, it would be at such an angle that it would rub against the handles, and it sounded horrible, and you'd shake it, and you'd rattle to all hell. It sounds like this, like when this isn't tuned, it basically sounded like that, and that's pretty funny. So yeah, this is my Matrix 2, and I actually just recently got it back from OSP. So I sent it to OSP and I was like, hey, it's really bad. Like, the tolerances are horrible. I honestly can't believe that it got this bad. And he was like, you know what, sure, and we'll fix it up. And so he did it, I sent it to him, and he fixed it up and sent it right back. And I'm actually pretty impressed. They fixed it up pretty quickly and sent it right back to me. But before you go out and buy an OSP because of their great customer service and sending it right back to me, do know that A, I'm an influencer, so they are much more likely to send the product back to me, but B, they've had trouble in the past with both order fulfillment. You know, plenty of people had pre-ordered OSP matrices and then never got them, or it just took a really long time to get them, like way longer than it probably should have. And what was happening is like people ordered the original Matrix, and then OSP came out with the Matrix 2, and he hadn't even fulfilled the orders for the Matrix 1, and so he was offering people a free upgrade to the Matrix 2, but people were like, well, I don't even know, you know, if I do that, is it going to be even longer for me to wait, because you haven't even made the original product that you promised me. So there was a whole ordeal with OSP. He seems to be trying to fix all of that now, which is good to see, but you know, heed my warning, OSP is kind of a weird one in terms of how professional their company is run. So just be aware of that. In terms of flipping, this thing it's fine. You know, there are people out there that really, really like the Matrix. I am not one of them. I think it's I think it flips good enough. You know, it doesn't blow my socks off. It doesn't like
It's on the way.
blow my mind because of how good the flipping is, but it's fine. By the way, with most of my knives, if they arrive with bad tuning, I can fix the tuning. Okay, like with any of my knives, even bushing knives, I can fix the tuning of a bushing knife. I could not fix the tuning of this knife, though, because OSP uses a proprietary bushing system, which means that you have to send it in to them, or at least you have to know somebody that can fix, you know, an OSP bushing system. So for me, it was like, I was annoyed doubly so, because not only did I get this thing and it was in the worst quality with just like all of this blade rub that still isn't fixed, it's just got super bad blade rub marks on the blade. But the actual knife itself is like fine. It's not great by any means, but at least now it's very well tuned. But I was annoyed that I had to send it in. Like, I couldn't tune it myself because the pivot system is proprietary. So really, they are the ones who know how to tune it, and I am not an expert in tuning their weird specific bushing system. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna drink more water because I'm getting ranty, and when I get ranty, I get thirsty. Oh, much better. Alrighty. Moving right along from the Matrix 2, which is it's fine. We have my Benchmade 42 clone, which everybody knows about at this point. I really like my Benchmade 42 clone. It's a lot of fun. It's a good knife. It do a good flip, you know. It's got bushings in it. Currently, it's got really bad play and really bad tolerances. But if you tighten it, it actually has pretty good play and pretty good tolerances because of the bushings. So yeah, it's a neat little knife. This is basically the only clone that I well and truly support people.
Goofy Monkey Productions.
The reason for that is Benchmade. A, they're an enormous company, so like their profit loss from a few clones out there really isn't going to affect them at the end of the day, unlike companies like PRS and Squid Industries, where like the difference in
You're through to your
capital.
garage. You need me to bring you a
What's up,
ride?
guys?
Alright, I'll get back to work.
First of all, before I go into that, shout out to Champ, Unpuppy, who wants to be in the video. But anyway, guys, this is it. This is my collection, and this is also sorted right now as to the worst to the best, at least in my opinion. So,
Stupid.
with
You're darn right I am.
the G10 Nabali's trainer.
Nah.
You might have already noticed that I put these little light reflectant pads, little sticker things on it. I just think it makes it
Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.